Okay, it's a new day. You can probably hear the traffic behind me, but we're going back in the woods, same place as yesterday, and we're gonna hike that burn that we saw toward the end of yesterday. So hopefully there'll be some snakes out and about, and really anything in general. I'd love to see a barred owl. I'd love to see pretty much anything cool. So we got the big camera, we got the drone, we've got the GoPro. That's checking the boxes with what we need, so let's get after it. Well, that is unfortunate. Looks to be either a garter or a ribbon snake. I'm pretty bad at telling the difference between the two. They're very similar, but from what I've heard, there's a difference in their lips, basically. But yeah, that sucks. That sucks. That's my elite turkey call. There's a bunch of turkeys right here. So this area that we're in, I mean, it literally got burned this week, if not maybe even yesterday or the day before. There's still pockets of smoke where there's a little bit of fire still burning. I don't know if most of the animals are gonna still be way underground or if they've come up yet, but I've never hiked a burn this recent after it's been on fire. So we're gonna walk it for a little bit here. It's gonna be really ashy. I'm sure gonna be covered head to toe in soot, but whatever, man. Let's see if there's some critters. I mean, take a look at whenever I step, just all the ash that comes off. This is about as fresh as it gets after a burn right here. And I don't really know what to expect. There's plenty of logs. Probably be flipping a handful of these guys, but there's so many of them, it's like overwhelming. But I think if we really give it a good shot, there might be something cool to be found. So here's what I mean when I say it has not been a long time since this place was on fire. We've still got several logs smoking, and I actually saw some flames a little bit further down. So again, I don't know if this is too recent to come out or too soon to come out to look for stuff, because there's a good chance probably that a lot of the snakes are underground, but I think it's still really cool. This is a really open burn, so it's very pleasant to walk through. Sometimes you're just getting stuck by all the shrubs that haven't burned down all the way and getting poked and covered with ash. This is definitely much more pleasant of a hiking experience. I found a cool bug. Well, he's all shut up now. That's cool, actually. It's a beetle with a big horn on it. That big horn, I'm sure, is for fighting other beetles. I'm guessing this might be a male, and I'm sure that is for literally battling it out with other males to win over the ladies. Again, I'm sorry for not having the steadiest hand. I'm not good at this stuff. Seems like the bugs are just out, which I'm fine with. There's some neat ones. Let's let this guy go. Right back where we found you. Ready? I bet he'll go burrowing. Might go burrowing up into the grass, just like he did before. Or just chill out. Okay, so here's my truck. And then a little bit over here. Oh, hold up. I'm not good at this. We got a little friend. I don't think he realizes that we see him. All right, you ready? Let's creep up on him. It's a little black racer. Hey, bud. How are you doing? I'm not gonna pick him up just yet. I want to see if he'll just hang tight and let us get some shots of him. in its element. There he is. Just hanging out, catching in some of that sun. Getting those rays, warming up. He blends in really well with the black ashy atmosphere, that's for sure. This guy's just posing for us. I'm not gonna even pick him up if he's just hanging out, so maybe I will pick him up. Man see animal, man pick up animal. I don't want to freak him out too much, but see how nippy he is. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. I can tell you're mad. You're an angry snake. You are an angry snake. It's okay. Okay. You're gonna be, sometimes they're chill, sometimes they're not. Most of the time they're not. I'm not gonna bother him too much. Yeah, that would stress him out a lot. Some are more chill than others, so we'll let him go. Later, homie. Okay, here's another burn. This one's super cleared out, even more cleared out than the last one. I mean, these had to have been some very large fires. Really high temperature. You can see they, you know, on an average burn, I'd say, you see black on the pine trees up to around 4 or 5 feet. These ones go up 6, 7, 8, 9, some even 10 feet. So this was definitely a very, very hot one, to say the least. We've walked back pretty deep here now. It's looking snakier, I gotta say. Not quite as fresh of a burn area, I think. Everything seems to have settled a little more. And I just wouldn't be surprised if we walked up on something cool. I really wouldn't. I'm like, I've got that feeling in my stomach of anticipation. Like something's about to happen. This seems to be a pretty young forest right here. This little section of pine. Very, very small trees, very close together. Might even be a little bit over congested for an ideal habitat. So here's where I am right now. And just goes to show, not everything can retreat to a safer area when these fires happen. And unfortunately, there's no way to completely prevent this. Every once in a while, someone's just not gonna be able to make it. And right here, it looks like a dead glass lizard. Yep, that's exactly what it is. You can see very freshly dead right there, and the ants already got to them, but they have very pretty patterns on them, no doubt. It's a beautiful animal, and it's sad to see it in this condition. And you know, the fires are going to get to them every once in a while. Yes, these fires are man-made, but they're super important for the overall productivity of these ecosystems. And it's not like the legs have been bit off or anything. These are legless lizards. Okay, I'm thinking we're gonna hop back in the truck and just cruise around maybe another 30 minutes. If we don't see anything, we'll head in. That was a lot of fun. Glad we made it out today for a couple hours. We found a snake, a living snake. Saw several cool things. Unfortunately, most of the cool things were dead. But that's just the reality of driving back here. And it just goes to show, if you drive a little slower on these back roads and keep your eyes peeled, you can definitely prevent a lot of these casualties with these animals, especially during seasons like spring and fall when there's a lot of movement